Sonic Advance games are pretty good though.
Yeah, well, I don't agree with that.
The original one.
Yes, I actually have played Sonic Advance. Or no.
Wait. You're saying that a Sonic game isn't too hot, John?
Adventure?
Well, yeah. Why did I hate Adventure? Or at least dislike Adventure?
When are we live? I like Adventure.
Oh, I remember recording this.
Are you already recording?
Mm-hmm. While eating food.
Well, okay. Just for those of you who don't know what we're doing, we just started having conversations about Sega and Sonic the Hedgehog. Because his 20th? Yeah, 20th.
I don't know. You know better than I do.
Yeah, his 20th birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I passed. And we were just talking about, his history, I guess you could say. All the past games he's been in.
Heck yeah.
And then, we brought up the fact that Sega makes good levels, or the level design.
Yeah, they have really good graphics in their games nowadays. They have really, really good music. Like I love, like Sonic 06 is like the perfect example of this, because it's like the best graphics at the time of any Sonic game, like whatsoever.
The animation cutscenes.
It had amazing music, like whatever the opening is. I forget what the name is of 06. Whatever that is.
His World.
That's like one of the His World. That's it. That's a great song, but then the gameplay is horrible. Yeah. There's so many glitches in Sonic games. It's not. Maybe it's too repetitive in some of them.
Right.
I don't know.
And what Sega should work on. Oh, hey, Chaotic Arrow commented on my update.
Yeah, it does. In the recording here. Hey, Chaotic Arrow.
I don't get his comment a little bit. Oh, whatever. I'll look at it later. Yeah, but I mean, not to say. People are continuously questioning. It's every year. I see it in every time Sega of America puts a YouTube video out to announce their next game. Is there a Sonic Adventure 3 coming out? Just no more Sonic Adventure.
If it was a Sonic Adventure, it's maybe just Sonic, like an actual adventure with Sonic. Then that'd be pretty cool.
I mean, someone was smart and commented that. Every adventure is an adventure. I mean, Sonic has an adventure every time.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a smart-ass comment, but it's true. He does have his little adventures and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the only reason I like Sonic Adventure is because that's when they started incorporating his friends. I mean,
yeah.
Think about it. Before, it was just Sonic. People love that. Then it was Tails. People like that, too. Then Knuckles, I don't know the fan base of Knuckles, but
technically he was an enemy though. He wasn't like with Sonic.
Yeah, I think people generally like Knuckles. I think
people do like Classic 3.
Classic 3.
But it is. They are the Classic 3.
Yeah.
And ironic if you have. I guess it's red, white, and yellow, but some people consider Tails' color to be
red, white, and yellow.
Yeah, some people consider Tails' color to be white.
Wouldn't it be like?
So it'd be red, white, and blue.
Wouldn't it be red, yellow, and blue, like the primary colors?
Oh, I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I thought an edited picture where they had like a 4th of July thing, and I thought it was pretty cool.
That would be interesting. But
I don't know if any of you guys saw it that way though.
But when did they have Amy?
Amy was actually always around.
Since Sonic 1?
I believe so. She has a Sonic racing character.
I remember when Geo showed up, I remember her being like a little kid at first.
Right.
Her sprite was tiny.
And she had was it a green dress?
I don't remember the color.
I mean, I don't see what's wrong with Amy. She's okay. Here it is. Sonic CD, first appearance. 1933. We were just
1993.
1993. Why'd I say 33?
Let's go.
Let me see. She was in Sega CD, and then actually CD was released after Sonic the Hedgehog 2. That's the one with Tails, if you guys don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how Amy was in Sonic CD or any of the other older games.
Well, she got kidnapped. That's what it says here.
She wasn't a playable character.
Well, she would have some sort of personality then.
The classic Princess Peach situation.
But I mean, as Amy is nowadays, like, hey, Sonic, I'm gonna join in and do adventures and be a playable character.
No, I mean,
no.
Okay, maybe not playable. For those of you who have played Heroes, you had to suffer through playing with Team Rose.
Or you could just play Team Sonic and then just not do anything else.
But then you wouldn't get the final story.
Who cares about the final story?
I don't care about the final story.
Same thing as Sonic Adventure 2. There was a final story.
Oh yeah, I know, but you didn't have Amy in that final
I
story.
know.
Or as playable.
I mean, well, which brings up another point I'll bring in a second, but I like Amy. I mean, as a character, not as like an NCP. Fine. Unleashed, she had a perfect role of staying in the kitchen. I'm just kidding about that. No offense to female viewers. No, but I mean, she was okay. I mean, maybe if you want to make her playable, don't give her annoying little catchphrases during the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's a couple things she said during Heroes? I don't know, but there would always be annoying little grunts and little catchphrases.
Yeah, just bad sound effects that made it really annoying to even listen to them. And
I remember Heroes was a love-hate thing. Great stages, good idea, I guess.
Good graphics, good music, bad gameplay.
Okay, well, yeah, that's actually the formula if you think about it.
Yeah.
Anything past Sonic 3 and Knuckles, because they actually, Sonic 3 and Knuckles came, I think, a little bit after 3.
Yeah, it came like a year after, I think.
Right, yeah, it was still in the Genesis. So anything that...
Knuckles cartridge.
Right, yeah, the add-ons. Or stack-ons or add-ons? I think we're called stack-ons.
Whatever you want to call it.
Well, it goes in and then you put the other parts on top of it.
Right. And... yeah, anything after that kind of just goes with the formula. Great music, great design graphic. I mean, even character design, not character personality, I guess you could say. Like the design, they look great.
The visual character.
The visual character, yeah, look great.
Yeah.
But anything past Sonic and Knuckles, or Sonic 3 and Knuckles, it just dropped dead, you know?
Yeah.
Especially with, I mean, I hate shooting the Adventure series because I know that
Adventure is pretty popular, right?
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
And I mean, okay, so Adventure, let's talk about Adventure a little bit. I mean,
I guess it was, maybe a lot of people like it because it was the real, like, first 3D Sonic, not like 3D, Sonic 3D, but the first kind of 3D world Sonic game.
Well, there was 3D Blast.
Well, yeah, but, I mean,
that's
not really
3D,
fine.
Like, so it's not.
Because it's just, like, top-down kind of, if I were to describe it, like, Super Mario RPG-esque kind of.
Yeah, because the whole diagonal thing.
Yeah. But with Sonic Adventure games, they were actual 3D where you could, like, rotate the camera around, kind of, and,
right.
Stuff.
I mean, it's great that they tried to expand on it. I mean, I like the fact that they were trying to branch it out.
I mean, I think Adventure 2 is more popular than the original one.
Right.
I mean, maybe they were acknowledging that maybe it was getting a little boring with just seeing Sonic run all the time, because that's probably got to be really repetitive.
And I think they tried to do that with the Werehog. They wanted to incorporate something new.
Yeah.
I don't feel like people hate the Werehog. That's the thing. I don't like Adventure. People don't like the Werehog.
I mean,
I liked Unleash for what it was. But there are other games that are better in the Sonic series.
Right.
Wasn't the, like, Werehog stages just, like, run on rooftops and do a beat 'em up for all the enemies, though?
Well, it was beat 'em up. Now, the thing is, it depends which version you played, to be honest.
Yeah, because the Wii and PS2 version were different from the Xbox and PS4.
And I can clearly, back myself up on this because I had the Wii version. And I have the 360 version. You have the 360 version too,
Yeah,
right?
the PS3.
PS3.
It's the same game, though.
And the gameplay is just totally different. You actually have movesets rather than just the swingable Wiimote a couple times.
Yeah, I mean, the Wii version you can beat, like, in a day. Because I rented it for like a week and we beat it within a couple of hours, I guess, of completed full gameplay for the course of the week that I had it. The PS3 version, I still haven't beaten it, and I've had it for at least a couple months.
Right, and I've had it for about maybe a year now, and I still haven't finished it. I mean, I've cleared all the levels, but not all the levels, but
is it because it's really hard, or is it because it's just long?
It's a lot longer.
It's a lot longer. I mean, the storyline is complete. The missions are not complete. There are a lot of things that you can do.
You mean like 100%ing the game?
Yeah,
okay.
100%ing the game is difficult.
You know what's a bitch to do? 100%ing Sonic 2006.
That game was just terrible.
Yeah, I mean, like, there are even achievements on the 360 version. Hey, like, beat the Sonic game, and then beat the Sonic game by getting all silver medals, and then beat it with gold medals. Like, I got all the achievements for Sonic's story, but for Silver's, that's, like, impossible for me. I don't know. And then the multiplayer for that game. Like, why bother add a multiplayer component to Sonic the Hedgehog games, too? Like,
when did they start doing that?
I know they did it in Adventure 2 Battle. They might have done it in, Adventure 2. No, Battle means, like, they added the multiplayer component. I don't know if they did.
That was on the GameCube, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's the only reason I know it, because I don't have any other Sonic older games. But
now, Sonic is the staple of Sega to begin with. I mean, there are other games given.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like Nintendo with Mario.
Right, yeah.
Main character.
I mean, but I guess the main focus of this specific conversation is just Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah. We just started discussing generations, and then, you know, we just kind of started firing rants about, you know, certain things.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, hey, I didn't know that.
If I were to say so, I'm not really a big fan of Sonic games nowadays.
Well, nowadays.
Because as we said, the formula, the gameplay's horrible, and if I can't really get into the game, then I'm not really interested in it.
I mean, Sega, if you're listening to this, no personal offense. I mean, we're just gamers. Yeah, we're just gamers. That was a really bad thing I was going with.
I'm sure there's going to be this really high-up Sega CEO or something listening
you
to
never
this
know.
podcast.
You never know. You never know.
He'll feel personal offense because we're bashing.
I don't want to bash the games. I love Sonic the Hedgehog.
I feel like it definitely kind of went downhill after the Genesis because they had no other consoles after that. It's all third party now.
I guess, but I mean, having a console doesn't really mean much. I mean, like, look at Okay, never mind. Let's not bring up Ubisoft, especially after E3.
I mean, they become a third party developer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I think the good thing about
something interesting just to get into them. Worth it at all.
I mean, I think that Sega is finally taking the right steps from 2D to 3D. They're slowly getting there, and what I fear is that by the time they get there, there's going to be another giant step.
There's going to be 4D!
Well, not 4D. 4D means you're, actually feeling the experience.
Oh, I thought it was like time.
No, have you ever been in a 4D theater?
No.
No? Okay. That's like when they, let's say that water splashes on the character, they actually spritz water at you.
So is it like, there was one Disney ride, like Honey, I Shrunk...
Yeah, that.
With like the dog sneezes, I remember that. Like,
yeah.
I got freaked out when I was little, when I went to Disney World, like, what the hell, where's the dog sneezing over here? There's some like freak out moment where some like 3D thing pops out of the screen.
Right.
The rat tail thing, the rat that hits your leg.
Ugh. God.
I remember there was also some ride at King's Dominion where it was like this weird
SpongeBob?
No, some
SpongeBob?
superhero thing.
I don't know about that.
Or I don't know. It kind of reminded me of that.
But
too.
Besides that, I forgot what I was gonna say. Right, Sega, you're taking things in the right direction. To be honest, being a Sega fanboy, I'm proud of you guys. Yes, you're doing great. I can't wait for Generations. Will it meet my expectations? I don't know. Shut up. I'm the kind of person who I'm not like. I don't want to. I mean, I know there's some gamers that are like this out there. That they're not. I don't want to say hardcore, but they're not nitpicky. You know what I mean?
You mean they're neutral about the game?
Right. Kind of like how I can watch the Super Mario Brothers movie and actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like,
do you mean like the actual Super Mario Bros. Movie that they made, like the live action?
Yeah, the live action.
I've never seen that. I need to see that.
I can actually sit and watch the live action movie and enjoy it because you can't be nitpicky about games. I mean, the point is to become a gamer or to become a game producer. Well, I mean, actually, we're trying to become game people. Stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I don't know how to explain it, but I think all three of us are attending school to get a career in gaming. But personally, what I've seen, I mean, despite that, the learning for me really hasn't started yet. To be honest, Because I haven't taken any gaming classes. It's all been English.
Me
and math.
neither. I wanted to take the other courses to get them over with, like English.
Right.
Ugh.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I know I had to take all my English classes and math classes, and now, like, the learning really begins, because I'm supposed to be taking Flash, and then, I don't know what else, cause I'm behind you guys. I know definitely I'm behind. I know I'm behind, but, I mean, eventually I'll catch up. But the thing is, if you are to run a game company, you can't just appeal to one section. It's good to cater to one area of fans. Let's say these people like shooters. That's fine, make shooters. But if you're going to be a company, like an all-around company, don't pull a dick move and be, oh, we're only going to make platforming from now on. Like, I noticed that. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, Nintendo, the only reason they're so successful is because, I mean, look at them. They have Mario. That's fine. That's great. But they've taken into consideration that, there are other kind of fans out there. And I think just recently they're starting to realize that maybe they need to get a little more graphic with their games.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm kind of, I don't want to say upset.
Because it's not what you're used to, right?
Right,
so you're
yeah.
a little bit alienated or something.
Well, it's not alienated per se.
I don't know. That's what I think, but whatever.
I mean, like Assassin's Creed coming to Wii U.
I think that's pretty cool.
I mean, that's cool. That's great. It's not Nintendo style, but, it's good that they're starting to expand. They're catering to a wider group. A lot of people are saying that Microsoft has failed in their E3. I mean, even though there's no actual ranking,
Yeah.
a lot of people are complaining that Microsoft.
I think the reason is because they didn't really bring anything new.
Well, I mean, you can't get new things every time. That's the thing.
Well, that's why everyone's complaining, because they expected something new at E3.
Yeah, but I mean, I understand it. I understand that it's new, but you got to realize the Kinect is something that is new. I understand it's been out for a while, but it's new. It's a new kind of technology that we haven't really played with that much.
Yeah.
I mean,
from the reviews I've watched, it was like Microsoft has nothing new.
Sony.
PS3 is kind of getting there.
Yeah.
And the Wii always took another, leap for Nintendo.
Right, yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, Nintendo did have the balls to take a jump.
And that's kind of what it's felt like for the past few years in E3 also.
Right, Nintendo is just
Nintendo takes a jump, PS3
smack in the face.
and Xbox One up.
Nintendo's the pimp, and the other companies are just it's bitches.
But I really think that like most of the press conferences for Microsoft are just like, here's the Kinect, you could use voice chat or something, and like we also added NFL and wrestling madness on cable.
Wrestling on Nintendo.
I don't know.
What would that feel like?
No. I mean, you could like stream it onto the Xbox.
I know, but still, like, if they're a wrestling game onto the Kinect.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I mean,
you could just like close
but
your TV
I gotta admit, I do like the fact. I don't know if many people think this, but I think Microsoft did what they had to do. They have a new technology that
we have the technology.
It's brand new. I mean, to us it may not seem new because it's actually been out, but think about it. It's like car, I guess you could say. It's always the same.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe that's a bad analogy. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
That's where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fresh. It's still fresh. It's not like a classic NES. It's not like they're repeatedly making a classic NES.
Yeah.
Just casing it in a new shell.
I mean, yeah, no one else has the no controller camera.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta appreciate that kind of thing, because I mean, I get that you can play with the controller. Some people like controller. Some people like hands-free. Some people like motion sensors.
Yeah.
I mean, you like what you like. But I mean, despite what?
There's a little thing on your computer.
I mean,
it's been bugging me, but I was afraid that I might bump the mic.
No, go ahead, take it off. Yeah. But yeah, like I was saying, Microsoft has done. I don't think Nintendo could have done. I guess I'm not saying that they didn't have potential. Every company has potential. But what I'm getting at is, I know that fans of Microsoft out there were pretty disappointed that there was nothing new. But think about it, how many games are there really for the Kinect? I mean, do I really want a life-size... Do I really want a life-size inflatable raft in the middle of my living room? You know what I mean?
Well,
what game was that?
I don't know.
Do you know which one I'm talking about?
I know which one. Where you have to like jump on the raft on a waterfall or something. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the name.
I don't think they had an actual raft though.
It was like rafting adventure.
It's one of those ones. Oh, wait, was it just rafting, or was it like it was one of those ones that had the
inflatable raft?
No, the Microsoft Mii's. Like those are the characters, right? Or is it?
I don't know.
A different one. Yeah, Avatars. That's it. I remember the Wii one, but not whatever. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, why the heck make avatars for Microsoft? I don't know.
Well, and
sounds like stuff for the Wii.
Add-on for the gamer tag, basically.
Right. And speaking of, well, since we're still on Microsoft, what I do like what they did was they incorporated real-world items that you can actually put in.
That'd be kind of cool, but I feel that at least for the demo, they probably polished it up a little bit too much, like including all the textures for her shirts and clothes, or whenever they scan that woman.
Well, I mean, to be honest, you could see the wrinkles on her knee or Wii thing. I don't know. I thought it was funny.
That'd be pretty funny.
PlayStation 2 like avatars, which pictures. It's not like a thing that you like customize or whatever.
But I mean, what if you're wearing like long sleeves or short sleeves? How does it calculate? Oh,
I'm pretty sure you can tell the skin tone.
I don't know. Well, I guess I can. Well, what if you're wearing all skin tone clothes?
I don't know. Like, you may as well be wearing a tight spandex suit of one color.
Yeah, you know. What if you're wearing like a Speedo? And then, you know, how to tell that?
Right.
Do they program Speedos into the avatar?
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know.
But that's the thing. I think that what people wanted was something like, you know, like kind of like how when the Kinect was new, people were like, oh, wow, that's awesome, right?
Yeah.
And then, like with the Wiimote, it went from not just the Wiimote, and then it went from the Wiimote to the Wiimotion Plus.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? People want something they can like see and touch and hold.
I don't know. I mean,
you know what I mean?
It's more. The controls are more for hardcore gamers.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's that. But what I'm getting at is, they want something like bulk. They want something
bulk and skull.
No, they want something they can like look at and you know they can say like, oh, you know, that's that new technology. Let's call it whatchamacallit, I guess.
I don't know what you're getting at.
The point is, what they showed was that they're improving their own technology rather than just simply placing out a brand new one and leaving the old one in the dirt.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to get at. And you know, that's a good thing they're doing that. Maybe not many people appreciate that yet.
Mm-hmm.
But think of it this way. Doing that, they're starting to take steps to something new. And give it maybe like a year or two, and before you know it, you'll have a new hardware you can play with.
Yeah.
And it won't suck shit like the Jaguar.
The Jaguar?
The Sega Jaguar.
Oh, I never heard of it. But...
It didn't want to run at all.
Okay.
For those of you who know what a Jaguar, the Sega Jaguar is, it was a failed product of Sega? Sega? Do you know that?
Well, it's Sega Jaguar. I mean, it was
right.
Sega.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm too young.
I'm sorry, I thought an angry video game nerd. But
is this like before Genesis or?
I don't know. Oh no, before Sega CD, I think.
The CD was, I think, after Genesis.
32-bit? I don't know. It was before the jump. What?
Well, I think the Master System was like the last.
I think it was probably before the Master System then. I don't know. If you guys know, just leave a comment so I can.
Okay.